In this training video, I'm going to show you how to use DSA Tracker. I want you to go to the DSA website. Once you've gotten here, click on the home page and make sure you scroll down. After you've scrolled down, you're going to click on Open eTracker. This is the tracker homepage. My team and I use this all day long for our projects. The first tab is project status through eTracker. This is going to tell you all the information about a project that you need. The next tab is school construction inspectors, aka project inspectors. It's going to have the inspectors you can find by class, their name, contact information, their cert number, what class they are, and the date their certification expires. The next tab is material testing labs. For projects that require a testing and inspection firm, here's all the certified labs in the state of California. And if you want to make sure they have their correct certs, you can easily click on one of the firms, and then it's going to give you all of the information, where they're located, their number, their expiration date, when they were accepted, who's the main engineer there of the manager. And last but not least, what I always tell districts to check is to see if they're actually qualified to perform certain testing and inspection. So if you go over here, this testing lab can do soils, aggregates, post-installed anchors, but they don't have a cert, or they're not certified to do reinforcing steel, structural steel, high-strength bolts. So this is a very important page where districts should go to when they're hiring a testing lab, to making sure they can perform all the testing and inspection that's required per the DSA 103 and for their project. Next is the Plan Field Review Fee Calculator. What you can do is enter all of the project information. It's going to give you a total, and then that's the plan check fee that you're going to need to submit the plans to DSA. The next tab is Project Status Pre-Tracker. In this tab, it has all the projects that pretty much happened before 1997. Many of these projects have history cards, so DSA did the best they could, extracted their information, and put it all into this tab. Now let's go over Project Status eTracker tab for a little bit. Once you open this page, there's a bunch of different links. If you want to know project-specific information, you're going to click on Search for Project by DSA Application Number. Let's see. If you want to know the district-wide of all of their projects, you're going to click on Search for School Projects by County School District. Universities are on this tab, and community colleges are on this tab. So I want to show you more of all the information for one specific project. You're going to click here, and you need to know, again, I've been saying in my other training videos, which regional office the district belongs to and an application number. So we're going to click O2, and I'm going to put 106-292, click enter. Now, the information, once you've entered the A number, and you have to make sure, because if I put O2, which is Kings Beach Elementary School, but let's say I make a mistake and put O3, which is Los Angeles, it's going to give you a completely different school. This one is in Carver and Compton. Compton and Tahoe, completely two different places. So let's go back to King. Over here, 106-292, click enter. Now, here's the information, which is the application summary, and you're going to have a bunch of tabs on the right-hand side. The application summary, the project fees of the project schedule, service review status, field review status, addenda, change orders, deferred approvals, revision, project professionals, project certification, and the documents required list. So on the first page, it's going to have information such as your PTN number, the project type, project class, how much the project cost, the contracted amount, if there were any change orders, the final cost, the date that the plans were received, and the date that the plans were approved. Also, the date that the project was closed. That's either certified or non-certified. And I'll show you in the next couple of seconds how to figure that out. And then if you scroll down, they're going to show you the different disciplines that required review services. So access, structural, fire life safety, field review. And then if you scroll down, sometimes DSA leaves notes right here. So incomplete submittal, fax sent 5/27/2004. I'm guessing that had to do with, obviously, from this time to this time of the plans, but they got approved, so that comment's not relevant anymore. Now, once I click on the project fee, it's going to tell me the filing fees for each discipline on how much access cost and fire life safety and structural. So sometimes districts are like, how much money did we spend on that? And then you can look at this, this tab, project schedule. Now, most of the projects have this information, but some don't. So don't depend on it 100%, but it's just telling you, you know, when access reviewed it, fire life and structural. The next one is field review status. And field review is saying when the project started, when it finished, when it was approved, and they have any notes, who the field reviewer was, and what office was reviewing this. If there's any addenda, or addendums, you look through here, and this project didn't have any. If there's change orders, you click on this tab, and again, this project did not have any. Deferred approvals, nothing. Revisions would all be right here. Project professional is really important because let's say I'm trying to close out and certify a project. I need to know who worked on this. If you go to project professional tab for each of these, it's going to tell you who the architect was, the SE, the mechanical, or the electrical. And if you click on select here, it's going to give you the firm that they work with, their address, their email, and their phone number. So if I need information, this is who I can contact. And it's going to say in general responsible. So I know like this is the main person I need to contact if I have any questions. The next two tabs that my team and I are constantly using is project certification. If I scroll down here, it's going to tell us when the engineer recommended that the date to be closed, that when the 90-day letter was issued, when the 90-day letter expired, and when the project was certified. Also the status. So this project is closed with certification, which is a great job. And then documents required list, if you go to this tab, it's going to show you all of the projects, I'm sorry, not the projects, all of the documents that are required for certification. And every project's different. So it's always really important. You never assume they're always going to be like this. Yes, it's going to be the same layout, but some projects might have, you know, numerous items for contracts or additional design professionals. Sometimes because it's a large project, it's going to have a project inspector and an assistant or in-plant. And then the testing and inspection, because this was a small project, it has two, but I've seen, you know, testing and inspection have 8 different line items of what's required. Also additional items, if DSA has any comments of what further items they need to certify the project, they're going to list that right here. Now let's move on to project status pre-tracker. This is where you're going to click for all of the pre-tracker projects. Once you've gotten there, you need to know your pre-tracker A number. There's no need to put 03-, just put the 5-digit number. For this one, I'm going to do 43365 and click search. Now here's all the project application information. It's not going to have as much as eTracker because these are old projects. So DSA had to manually enter everything. But here's some of the info it's going to give. The school district, the project name, the grade level, the estimated cost, revision cost, which is important because you might need to fill out a 168 if you're trying to certify a project or just know the cost in general, the date it was received, and the application notes. Now for this A number, there's only 2 tabs. The application number, the application tab is what you're looking at right now. And then the last tab that you can click on for this project specific is pre-tracker information. So click on that one. And this one's going to give you information of, you know, access, structural, if there's PC drawings, return date, stamp date. But what I really care about on this page is the certification status type. So right here, the project is not certified, and here's the date it was closed without certification. That's really important because let's say the district needs to know, is this project certified or not, or the architect needs to know. You can go on Project Status Pre-Tracker and find all of that information. Now this tab barely came out last year, but it's also a new favorite tab of mine because it makes my life a lot easier. If you go to Pre-Tracker Client List and click here, you can put the name of the school district, and once you've done that, like Richmond, I'm going to go Richmond, click Filter. All of the Richmond Unified School District projects or elementary school will pop up. So if you're trying to figure out which file number did this belong to or how many projects were under this file number, you can easily type in Richmond. File numbers will pop up and making sure it's the correct file number. Now, again, DSA had to manually enter this. So some of them are going to be correct, like 07-39, and then here they forgot to put a 07. So actually, these should be one tab, not two. I'm going to click on 07-39, and then here's all of their projects and the date they were received, the date they were stamped, the date they were closed either with certification or not, and then the closed letter type. 3 not certified, 2's pretty much certified, 1 certified, and then blanks. Anytime you see a blank, that technically means a void. So I'm going to click here and show you how. 54770, and then I'm going to go to pre-tracker information, and as you can see, it's a cancel void. So anytime there's a blank, just know that means cancel and void. It's also really important to always scroll down to the bottom and see if there's 1 tab or 2 tabs. Majority of the districts have 1 tab, but if it's a large district, I've seen some up to 8 or 9. And again, click on it and you'll find further information of the projects for the district.